When I was a child, there was a boy in our neighborhood who sold water from a cart. He was perhaps 12 years old, and, watching what he did with the few coins he earned, taught me more about building wealth from nothing than anything I learned in business school. I want to tell you about this boy because his story has stayed with me for 60 years. His family had very little. He had no advantages, no connections, no starting capital. But he noticed something. In the heat of the afternoon, the merchants and workers in the market were thirsty, and the nearest water seller was a long walk away. A gap, a genuine unmet need. He borrowed a small cart from a neighbor. He filled containers with water from his home early each morning. He walked to the market. He sold water at a fair price. By noon, he was done. By the afternoon, he had earned a small amount. But here is what separated him from someone who simply earns money and spends it. The first week, he spent nothing extra and saved the profit. The second week, he bought a second, larger container so he could carry more water per trip. More volume, same effort. His earnings grew. The third week, he paid a younger boy a small amount to help him carry. He was now, at 12 years old, paying labor and directing a small enterprise. Within 6 months, he had 3 carts. Within 2 years, he had a small business with several people working in it. He had not started with money. He had started with observation. He found a need. He served it. He reinvested every gain rather than spending it. He expanded capacity before expanding lifestyle. I watched all of this as a child, without fully understanding what I was watching. But later, when I began building my own businesses, I recognized his approach in every book I read about wealth creation. Every principle of business and wealth building, finding a need, serving it well, reinvesting growth, and expanding deliberately, was in that water cart. You do not need much to begin. You need observation, discipline, and the willingness to start small without being ashamed of starting small. Follow my channel because wisdom about building from nothing is some of the most powerful wisdom there is, and I will keep sharing it every week. Share this story with someone who says they cannot start because they do not have enough to begin with. The boy did not wait until he had a truck. He started with a cart. Comment: cart. If this story reminded you that starting small is not a weakness, it is the beginning, then tell me, what is your version of the water cart right now?